The Financial Planner, presented by the Bombay Stock Exchange, IPF.
Welcome back. We're watching the Financial Planner. We'd love to hear from you. Send us your, how your money is looking, how much your income is, how much your expenses are. Tell us what your investments like. And our certified financial planner over here, Sumit Ved, will take a look at them and tell you if your money is going to grow or not. And if it's not, then we'll have some ideas on how you can fix that. So let's get started with a look at our investment basics. We'll take a look at one of our viewers' portfolio that's coming via email.
Investment Ladder, presented by the Bombay Stock Exchange, IPF.
All right, Sandeep Marbhekar has written it to us. He sent us an email. He's 38 years old. He's single but has one dependent father. Sandeep says his income is 54,000 bucks, but his expenses almost 40,000 rupees. But he tells us a little bit more about his expenses, and what jumped out the most for us was that his credit card expenses. He has 3 cards and spends 4,000 bucks per month. That was one thing that stood out for Sumit and myself. In terms of investments, he has insurance. He has different insurance policies, so he seems to be insured, but investments are about 8,500 rupees per month. So he says his goals are wants to retire by the time he's 60, wants a corpus of close to about 30 lakhs, a contingency fund of 5 lakhs, and also has a home loan, so he wants to pay off that home loan. And Sandeep's personal goals are pretty much like all of our personal goals. He wants to travel abroad in the next 2 years, and he also wants to travel across India. He doesn't specify when, but pretty soon. He says, look, given all of these factors, are my investments enough? Will I be able to cover for my retirement, and will I also manage to find time and money to do everything else that I want to do? Should I be investing in equities or mutual funds? Can you please recommend what else should I be doing with my existing investments? He writes. So Sumit, when you look at this particular portfolio, what jumped out for you? Was it the same thing, credit cards? Yep. He has 3 of them, and I was like, Sandeep, dude, you're like a single guy. Why do you have 3 cards?
True, and that's really shining, up there. 3 cards, 4,000 can easily be managed. The other thing also, there are a few other questions, which we need to really understand from this. There is no mention about risk planning, especially in terms of emergency planning, health insurances, and, though there is a life insurance, we're not able to figure out what is the total insurance cover does he have. He has only a single father, dependent father, so there are not a large number of dependents who need to plan for. But in any financial plan, whenever you start, Sandeep, the first thing to be taken care of is emergency planning. So keep around 6 months worth of cash around for any kind of emergencies with respect to your job, with respect to career and money. That's first step. Second is take care of your health insurance, which is adequate. It can be possible that your company is providing you with health insurance. Still, you need to have basic cover. You have a dependent father. I hope you have a medical insurance for him. If not, please go and try and buy it if he is within those prescribed age limits. If not, then provide for that amount also side by side, as your father ages, you need to provide for that potential health emergency which can really come up. After you have taken care of your emergencies and risk planning, then we should try and go and articulate your goals. Now, you have a very interesting goal. From a retirement fund, you said 30 lakh corpus. Now, if we do a mathematics, back of the envelope mathematics, your monthly expenses are in region of 40,000 rupees. 30 lakhs without even adding inflation. That means even if today you had 30 lakhs, if put in a bank deposit, an earning average of 6% is going to give you only 12,500 rupees a month.
Ooh, which is really clearly much less than what he's used to living at.
True, and we're not added inflation. So at 38, even if you're planning to retire at the age of 55, which is 17 years from now, even if you take an inflation at 6%, trust me, Sandeep, this figure is going to be extremely high. It'll be in few crores. Forget about lakhs. My sense is it will not be less than 3.5 crores.
So how much should he put away then every month?
So let's come step by step in terms of trying to come toward that. So one is he needs to figure out what is the right retirement funding which he needs to really have. He's talking about contingency fund of rupees 5 lakhs. Great idea. We talked about emergency. You need to do contingency fund. We don't know how much your investments, which is 8,500 being stashed away, today's value is. So that must be having some value which can be assumed for your contingency planning. So that's the point number 1 which you need to really go and take. And the third question or the third point is try to pay off my home loan as soon as possible. Now home loans being as soon as possible, also is going to be a situation which will happen once you are very clear with your payment recyclement. Here the assumption has to be whether your income is really increasing or not, at what rate is it increasing, do you have any other chances of generating quick cash out of any family largesse, or you have any other inherited property or something like that which can help you. Those are the things which need to be taken care of. And then personal goals. Now, if I have to react basically to this, either your income needs to go up, which in most of the cases is not in our hand. It always is in the hand of our employer and the circumstances in market. All your expenses needs to go down. I think expenses is what you have in your hand to really take it down. We made a point of credit card. I think one is credit card. The other is you try and save 10,000 more out of your expenses. But I know after housing being paid, it might be tough. But many a time in life, you need to make tough choices if you need to live your goal, especially the ones like trip abroad in 2 years or travel all over the India. So these are the broad parameters, Smriti, which I'd like to really reply to Sandeep on. If anything specific you want me to take over, I'll do that.
Right. Sandeep, you do know how to get in touch with us, so you can always email us back if you have any other queries. financialplanner@utvmoney.com.
Investment Ladder, presented by the Bombay Stock Exchange, IPF.
Sumit, you raised a lot of interesting points, and to me I would say that given the way that his portfolio looks, I think the easiest way to sort of go about achieving your goals is to just cut down on your expenses and getting rid of those 3 cards.
Yep.
For me at least, I would think that that's the easiest way to get back on track and start saving money.
True.
All right. So those were the investment basics. Remember, you can always send us your queries at financialplanner@utvmoney.com.
The Financial Planner, presented by the Bombay Stock Exchange, IPF.
Welcome back. You're watching Financial Planner. We're talking about your money because it's important to us. Now, we like to talk about terms and learn new terms, and one of the terms that we keep using on the show is term plan. What does that mean, especially when we talk about insurance? So, Sumit, what does that mean, term plan?
Actually, term plan is the real life insurance.
As in, what's a real life insurance?
Asli life insurance, which I mean, we always keep talking about in this show from the financial planning perspective that you always buy insurance. You never invest in insurance. Insurance does have some benefits from investment point, but primarily, whenever you look at insurance, always buy insurance. Term plan is one such product which you buy. That means based on a human life value, which calculates how much adequate insurance or a life insurance a person needs to have based on his circumstances in life, families, dreams, liabilities, etc. You go to an insurance company and buy that equivalent amount worth of insurance, saying in a very simple way that if something happens to me, this amount will be paid to my family members. And if nothing happens to me, whatever premium I'm paying to you, that's an expense. I'll not get a penny back from that. It's as simple as that. That's where I keep explaining that you buy a term insurance, you don't invest, because in India many a time the psyche is when I go into insurance, I should get a money back. Now, if you get a money back, then suddenly insurance becomes an investment. And the problem in that kind of a theory is you do not get a right insurance cover because your premium amounts become very, very large. So from that point, a term cover is a simple, vanilla, true insurance cover which gives you life insurance which is adequate as per your human life value.
Right, and talking about human life value, we've had this discussion many times over, is that how much insurance should you get? Because a lot of times, much like that ad on television says, we're underinsured. We have insurance, we think, theek hai, insurance hai, and you forget about it. But it's important to know that it has to be enough so that the person that you're leaving behind can maintain the sort of lifestyle that they're used to, and they're not left sort of fending for themselves.
Very important point, Smriti, and that's a responsibility of all the earning members of the family to get adequate insurance. It's not about insurance. And my sense when we do various financial plans for our clients is at least 90% of clients who come to us are inadequately insured. The reason is they end up investing in insurance. That increases their premium output and that reduces their insurance. Not a right approach to do. So hence term plan is the easiest way to get adequate insurance at the cheapest cost. There are so many plethora of term plans available. Some of the big large insurance companies have very good term plans which are the cheapest available possible. One such plan which I want to recommend very strongly is look at ICICI Prudential's I Protect online term plan, which is one of the cheapest in the industry. You can go on internet, buy it directly. You don't need your advisor or a financial planner. If you have one, they will help you, but still It's one of the best plans and cheapest plans available in the market right now.
All right, so we got a product recommendation also from Sumit over there. But remember, if you'd like to send us your queries, you can email us at financialplanner@utvmoney.com. We've changed the format of the show just a little bit. So now you can learn not just about financial planning, but also stock market basics. So we'll talk about the ABCs of stock market investing so that when you watch a news channel or if you're reading the pink papers, you know exactly what's going on, and maybe it'll help you make some wise investment choices. With that, we've come to the end of the show. Sumit, thanks for coming on. But
pleasure.
Sumit will be here next week too for our next episodes. And in the meantime, from the entire team over here, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.